Saving a fortune on buying portion meats. We've got a couple of large chickens. These were just under £4 each. We're going to start by jointing the very tips of the wings off. Get rid of that on the plate. Both sides. Just run round the joint and they come away real easy. All these bits that we're placing on this plate here will go for making stock later on. So we're just slicing the skin into the joint all the way around. Use the tip of the knife to separate it a bit. And the chicken wing comes away. At the time of filming, I was pricing a tray of chicken wings, and for between 4 and 6 wings we were looking at £2 in the tray, depending on which of the cheaper supermarkets we were going in. What they are in the big boys I don't know, because I wasn't about to go there. Okay, then I'm going to take the legs, again we're going to go in, follow the natural joins between the muscles into the joint, put them right round, and it comes away really easy. You can leave that as a full drumstick, or you can make another cut there. You can feel with your thumb, you can feel the knuckle where the joint marks, put down in, and you can just cut straight through with this. So then you've got your drumstick and your thigh. Do the same with the other one. Taking the skin, follow the joint nicely. As you snap it back, you can hear that pop. And go in through the rest of the joint. You've got drumstick, chicken thigh, or the whole chicken leg. We're going to go on to the main part of the carcass now and feel down the breastbone. We're going to run our knife, nice sharp knife, just down that bone, just till we feel it grate along the bones at the bottom. Now we're going to come in, we're going to separate that nicely from the rest of the carcass. There we go. Now we've got the chicken breast skin on. You can take the skin off if you're not liking the fattier side of it. I like it crisped up myself. Underneath the breast we have this little, what they sell is put as trays of mini breast. That's your goujons if you like. Make your own homemade goujons with that, they're the best you'll ever taste. And then you've got your main breast for doing the majority of what cooking we do with chickens, isn't it? We do the same with the other side. Taking it away from the bone. It's nice and gently, there's no rush, it didn't take long. Get through all the bits of skin. Again, take away that goujon. Chicken breasts were 4 in the tray for £5. Excuse me, at this particular supermarket I shopped at. Well, you may think that's it, but over on the back of the chicken we have the oyster. Some people say it's the best part. It's a really nice solid muscle. It does a lot of work when the chicken's alive, so it has a really good texture when it's cooked. When you see a cooked chicken, if you turn it over, you can pop that out and it just looks like the inside of a shellfish, and hence the name. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the carcass in a minute and take all these extra bits of meat off, and these are your bits for bagging up for a curry or what have you. So you get your main joints, you got your extra bits, and then the rest of the carcass goes on there with the end of the chicken wing ends, and that will be for your stock. And stock is ideal for making a base for soups and sauces. So again, we're going to take the ends of the wings off. And the full saving I'll put on screen at the end of the full saving I'll pop on the screen at the end of the film. Bear in mind this is only for 2 chickens jointed down for our family. And the same procedure, just cutting into the joints. Follow, there you go, you hear that pop. Just take away the skin around. There we go. This sort of thing, breaking down even the simplest carcass like a chicken, I think is an important skill, especially in these days where they've just announced a 9% rate of inflation. So it's something anyone can do. Save your family a quid and keep them better fed. Take the goujon out of that one, did I? You can leave it in. I separate it out, that way it'll freeze down. There'll be an extra meal another day. Mug the cat's coming to see us, he's watching, he's loving the smell of the chicken, he ain't getting near it though. There we have it, 2 carcasses broken down, £8 in total for the chickens. Taking all the extra bits of meat off now. So we had in the supermarket, the wings would have been £2.99, the legs are £5, the breasts 5 or 6 quid, the goujon's another 2 quid, and the carcasses for stock plus all the bits we're going to get out. So quite a saving there, and I will put the total on the screen at the end of the video. There's the oyster. It's only a small piece of meat, but it's really tasty, a nice tight muscle. My mate Nugget the cat there is just having a nice bit of chicken skin, batting it around the floor underneath the camera. Take all this extra meat off the breastbone without getting any bones involved. This is all going to go in tonight's lemon chicken. Getting most of the meat off here, not being too fussy though, because the carcass is going to be boiled for stock, and you can always get more cooked meat off the bones when it's been through that process. Probably being a little bit fussier than a lot of people have seen before because I'm tight, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. And on NHS wages you have to be a little bit tight. I mean, you could go to the extremes and take the old webs out from between the bones. I wouldn't bother, just leave them in to cook down for stock. Do the job very, very nicely. You see a lot of the TV chefs when they cook stock, they'll take chicken bones or lamb bones, whatever stock they're making, and they'll throw a load of veggies in with it as well. Now, I understand where they're coming from for the depth of flavour and all the rest of that business, but chefs are people who cook when they're not bloody hungry. It's a waste of money. If you throw a load of veggies in with your stock bones, you're making soup with bones in. Just make your stock plain, then add bits to it later on. This is about getting the most out of the carcass, the most out of the creature, and the most out of your money for feeding your family. So there we have 2 chicken carcasses, well stripped down, not been over fastidious with getting the extra bits of meat off the bones. As we say, they'll cook down for stock and make a nice wholesome stock. Daddy's keys. You found my keys? Whoa. I'm trying to do some filming. So from just getting those extra little bits off the carcass, we've got quite a double handful of meat there. Whoa. And that's probably equivalent to 3/4 of a breast. So I'm going to crack on. I'm cooking for 10 people tonight. So I'm going to take these goujons down. Bristly bit of the end can go in the pile for the stock. Normally we leave that behind.
A big one now.
A big one now. Big what now? Did you have a nice bath?
Yeah.
Good boy. You mind them tripods, okay?
Whoa.
That's lemons.
Yeah.
We're having lemon chicken for our tea.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing lemon chicken with brown rice. So I'm doing for 11 people, as I say. So I'm going to do the breasts of both chickens. I've done the goujons of both chickens. Just cut them up fairly roughly. What do you want, mate? The skin can go in with the carcasses for the stock.
And two big cuts on my dog.
Yeah, I'm just chunking them roughly. So it's going to have, once it's cooked, I'm going to cook it initially in butter, maybe with a few small shallots, a little bit of seasoning. Might throw a bit of salami in with it. I'm not fully decided yet. Once it's cooked over in the butter, it's partially done. We're going to be making the sauce. I've got the juice of, well, I've got 8 lemons there. I'm going to use the juice of them, some tarragon, a little bit of stevia, give it that sweet and sour. I haven't checked the cupboard yet, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm thickening the sauce with. And then we're going to serve it on a bed of rice. Real simple tea. And something that's a lot more affordable when you're willing to break down a carcass or two. To ask me.
When your mother makes spark, just get me a toothbrush.
Well, where's yours?
I don't know.
How can you lose your toothbrush, you weirdo?
You know that green thing on the window?
Right.
In the bathroom? I leave it on there. And every time I come back to it, it's gone.
Right. So you put your toothbrush where Leighton can reach it, and then walk away and leave it. Right, so we have the breasts of 2 chickens along with all the offcuts. I'm going to do the thighs up as well. Again, we're trimming out the bits of gristle, bits of sinew, and all of that can then go in with the bones. Ready for a nice bit of hearty stock. I don't mind getting bits of extra meat in there, like I say. It all goes down the same hole. Again, separating the drumstick from the thigh, you can feel down to the knuckle of the joint, run the knife around, from inside the joint, and it will just pop open. No need for cleavers and all that business. To debone the thigh, we're just going to run down the bone. Separate that from the end. And we're just going to pull the bone out from the middle. And again, separate at the end, getting most of the gristle out as we go. Separating again as we go to the top of the bone. Using the knife, we're not actually digging the edge of the knife in, just sliding down beside the bone. As we can see, we've got the white area there, that's the bit of gristle from the end of the bone. Just going to cut that away, sacrifice a little bit of meat around it and all that fussy. Again, it's all going to go to make the stock. We've saved our money, so we're happy campers. We get a nice plate of diced chicken. Now, if you were to buy that diced chicken in the supermarket, I didn't include it in the price breakdown when I was doing my recce's the other day. Well, probably 4 trays, about £4 a tray there. Okay, so we got 4 diced chicken breasts, 4 diced chicken coujons and 4 diced chicken thighs in there, along with all the extra bits we got off the carcass that you wouldn't normally get if you were to buy them already portioned. That's going to be lemon chicken and feed 11 people tonight. We've got 4 drumsticks, 4 wings left to go in the freezer with the others from other chickens. As I said, look around for offers in your local area. Better to buy in bulk if you can, you get more of a saving that way. And we just saved money that's going down below in a minute.